All right, let's dive into this recap.
Let's do it.
Cold open. Joan is in a blue little mink, little fur. I loved it. I loved the color of it. It was like almost like a midnight blue.
Yeah.
Which I just love.
Nice.
But yeah, she's looking all sad. She's walking down this hallway of a cruise ship.
Oh my God, the cruise ship.
Cruise ship. Which I feel like just automatically aged all of them.
Everybody.
Just the environment being on a cruise ship. I was like, oh gosh, looks like she's 100 years old now. But yeah, she's talking about she was fearful and hopeful, and that started to change. But now her hope is like in the shitter.
She's hopeless.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So anyways, Joan and everybody flew to Tahiti.
Yeah, very exciting. And they got her a first class seat and a sponsorship.
Exciting.
Love this for Joan.
Yeah. That little sponsorship that they filmed, she was like alone on this plane.
Dolo.
Like, are you ready for your flight? She's like, yeah. And you look around at all the seats and it's empty, a completely empty plane.
Oh my God.
Hilarious. Anyways, Tahiti looks fucking unreal.
I know.
The place just looks magical.
Yeah.
Just like anything can happen there, right? Like just the possibilities are endless. Like,
yes. Oh my God. It looks so, obviously this is not true, but it looks so untouched by like evil.
Until he started speaking French, they're like, right, colonialism.
Yep, there it is.
French got them too. All right.
And there's a sponsor plane right here, so.
Yeah. So anyways, they... so they fly to Tahiti and then stick them on a cruise ship. Which
I think this is prep for Golden Bachelor Paradise. I think so.
Oh, that would be really cool. If that's like the lead-in. If the finale ends and then Joan and Chalk or whatever,
they leave.
They leave, and then on comes like
everybody else and Gary. Oh my God, on Air Tahiti, sponsored.
That would be such a cool little transition.
That would be.
Girl, we got all the ideas.
We sure do.
Who knows if they doing this?
Who cares if this costs $1 billion? It's a great idea.
So who we have left is Pascal, Chocolate Noodle Soup, the CEO of Viagra. Joan says she's hopeful to find her person she's going to spend the rest of her life with. And next week will end in an engagement. This is the first time I've heard her even say the word engagement all season.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess that's still happening or still a thing, allegedly.
Whatever, girl.
I know. They surprised Joan with Nancy. Nancy showed up looking very cute. So Joan gives her the full scoop. She describes the CEO as handsome. He's like a retiring ER doctor, loves to travel. She does mention she thinks that he's farther along than her.
Yeah.
Like, there it is. Boom, there it is. That's it. Yeah. And then Pascal, she again says he reminds her of John. He's very self-confident. He's got good, some swagger to him. However, he's the most guarded. So
yeah.
And then Chocolate Noodle Soup makes her feel safe, sexy. He's told her he's fallen for her. Her issue, her made-up issue is if he's too good to be true.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Gotta find something, So yeah, her and Nancy kind of like, Kiki, they discuss overnights, just the importance of learning more about these guys' feelings where there's no cameras around. And then Joan got, very emotional talking about the guilt that she's been struggling with and battling through, and gives more context to that too, like how that guilt is manifesting. Like in her head, she's telling herself, like, if you truly did love John, you shouldn't be able to move on like this.
Yeah.
That inner dialogue is rough.
That makes so much sense though, because this show is preposterous, right? They're forcing her into this engagement by the end of this.
Yeah,
and
that's too much.
It's way too much for this lady. And it's too short of a time. 6 weeks is not enough time for her to mourn her husband did not die that long ago. Like,
yeah.
So it makes a lot of sense.
It does, for sure. Nancy also lost her husband, and so she just kind of assures her, like, you're human, there's nothing wrong about how you feel. And just reminded her, like, you put everybody first. This is your chance to really follow your heart, put you first. You're going to make the right decision. Like, I liked Nancy. She was like,
I like Nancy too.
So warm and fuzzy. And exactly who I think Joan needed.
Yeah. I don't remember her at all.
She was the one during the wedding dress date, a group date where they all had to put on wedding dresses.
Oh, they're right. Okay. Yes, she had a breakdown.
She had a breakdown because she'd only worn her wedding dress at her own wedding with her husband Best. Just triggering all around. But yeah, she gave great advice, very wise. Joan said she's feeling more confident, begged her to stay. It was like, please, I don't trust any of these people. Help me. And so, yeah, Joan is feeling hopeful. Time for the CEO of Old Spice's date. He believes he's fallen in love. He sees himself going all the way. I thought it was really sweet hearing him say, like, he forgot what those feelings of like new love felt like. Where you're all butterflies, like, giddy. Yeah. I love those feelings.
I know nice. They're the best.
I know. You also feel like you're like crazy. You're like going crazy, but you're like crazy with happiness. Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah, it was so cute. So they met up at the little catamaran and just him like speed walking, like running towards her.
Skip jog.
The skip jog. Hug? Yeah, the skip jog hug. So cute. He like really fucking loves her or really likes her a lot, whatever. But yeah, Joan reminds us again that her feelings are not there. Like his feelings are way farther along. But she's like, I'm open. I have an open mind. So they get on the boat. They shit. They shit.
Do they? Probably.
After they shit, they sit. Yes. Oh God. They sit. They chat. They debrief hometowns. His family loved her. She felt really adored by everybody. And yeah, he's just like, I feel mesmerized by you. Like I didn't realize I could feel this way. Like
I think
that's also a mind
for her.
It's a lot. Yeah. He's laying it on thick and she's not there. So it just feels like, fuck, this is like ick kind of. But I don't understand this feeling, but like imagine signing up for a show like this. And then you literally fall in love. Like you never thought that was going to happen.
This is obviously, because I've been keeping up with them every day, what Cordell said about Serena. Cordell was like, I'm going to go on, get out of my brother's shadow. He dressed in these fly ass outfits, had this fucking Cuban link chain on. He was like, I didn't think I'd meet anybody in there. That's my wife.
Yeah. That must be such a like, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
But you also must feel so lucky too.
Yeah.
Like, love is not, it's so hard to come by. And then you're in this like preposterous situation that just seems so outlandish. And then you find something real. Like that's really beautiful. Their kiss though, that kiss looked real flat and real dry.
And she was in a bikini too.
She was looking cute. I was like, we can't even open up the mouth. Can't get an open mouth kiss. Like nothing. So yeah, he's talking about how aligned they are. He's done with his career. He's ready for the future. Like just letting her know, like, I'm ready. I'm in this. I'm ready.
I'm ready to retire, go to Maryland, go wherever you want. I said, not us losing an ER doctor to the Bachelorette.
I know. Oh Lord. But yeah, they go snorkeling, they have fun, and she says, every time we spend together, it gets better. Now, Chalk, meanwhile, is sitting with the host, saying he's fully in love with her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's ready to get it down on one knee.
Yeah, he's ready. He's going to end with an engagement. He said it's either going to end with an engagement or him getting his heart broken.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm ready, though. Now, Joan heads to dinner with the CEO of Publix. She says she's shocked at how much her feelings have progressed. And their connection, she claims, is as strong as the other connections I have here.
Yeah, the fuck right, girl. First of all, Pascal don't even check for you, okay?
No.
Pascal's probably looking for Nancy right now as you're on this date with the guy.
Right.
And with Chalk, it's like unbelievable, the two of them, when they get together.
Yeah, I just didn't believe that at all. But yeah, she's like, it's one of the best days I've had. I feel like love is possible. I feel like this process is working. As she's saying these things, her eyes just looked glazed over.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know what are they feeding her some lines to say in the confessional?
Definitely.
Right? Because a lot of it was audio. It was like confessional or like voiceover. It wasn't. We weren't seeing her mouth move.
Yeah.
Because when you're watching her in the moment, you're like, you don't even want to be here. There's no way I believe what you're saying right now on the voiceover. But anyways, she, lets him know she's excited for them to get some time off camera to talk. Mm-hmm. However, she's not getting physical with anybody.
Yikes. This would never be me.
Is this the first time we've seen? I feel like I've never seen the lead flat out say, we're not having sex. We're just going to spend time. We're not even going to spend the night together.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wild.
Infamously, Hannah B only did it to Tyler.
Right. But they stayed the night.
They did. Oh my God, they stayed the night on a boat.
On a boat, yes. But they didn't sleep together, notoriously.
Yeah, right.
But this is the first time where she's like, we gonna hang out, and then you go to your room, I'm going to my room. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh. But yeah, also I could never, I'm not going through this whole process. And you're talking about your feelings are the same for everybody.
Right.
So what's gonna differentiate it? We got to try out the physical at least.
Yep.
Something.
And I don't want to get engaged to somebody I haven't been physical with. Just saying.
Yeah, that too. That's a big risk.
Yeah.
But again, they have her saying engagement. I don't know if Joan's actually engaged to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
So anyways, he obviously respects her decision. Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. They head off to the fantasy suite. It's like overwater bungalow. Mm-hmm. It's like one of my dreams. I can't wait.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Do you want to do the spoil that breakfast?
Yes. Or you get out of bed and then there's like steps that go down into the ocean.
The ocean?
Oh, I really want to do that. Yes.
Oh.
Let's see. The next day they, wake up. Joan is nowhere in sight. We just get his version. It was a great night. He's feeling hopeful. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Time for Chocolate Noodle Soup's dates. Mm-hmm. Chuck had on his little shorts.
Oh, he did have on Hoochie Daddy shorts? I didn't have some his thighs.
He had some Hoochie Daddy shorts on. And he looked tall. Chuck is actually like pretty tall. I was like, oh, he looks more like strapping in this scene. Before he looked like a dad, like a nice dad. It's the first time I looked at him, I was like, oh, you're like kind of cute. Like I could see it for Joan,
Yeah.
Joan just smiles differently when she's with him.
They are both completely relaxed when they're with each other. It's so palpable seeing them together.
Mm-hmm. Totally different. They haven't seen each other since his hometown. They meet up. They go ATVing. Mm-hmm. I don't know why they dressed her in all white to go on ATV. No, it was crazy. And then she's talking about how in a turn of events she finds herself more guarded with Chalk because she's madly in love with him and she's most scared, I think, with him.
Definitely.
But that was interesting to hear her say that, like her recognizing that in herself, that she's super guarded with him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they zip around. The views are amazing. She's having a great time. She says she feels more brave around Chalk. Mm-hmm. He's doing all the things to her. But yeah, they sit, they have the little picnic. They're just so in love. They just look so in love. They look like they've been together for years already. Like, very sweet.
That'd be really hard for me not to sleep with him after this.
I know. I was like, I mean, you could have told, what's his name? Guy. Like, I'm not doing this.
Right. And then do it with him for sure.
Yes. Who did this? Didn't Peter the pilot do this? He told Maddie, I'm not sleeping with nobody. And then
sure did.
The next day he slept with everybody. And then she was like, you told me you were going to sleep with anybody. He was like, did I? It's been done. The precedent is set, Joan. You could have done this.
I forgot about that thing that he did.
That was crazy.
That was so crazy.
That was so
what a crazy man.
A crazy man. Why are you lying and tell Maddie you're not going to sleep with nobody knowing damn well you're going to sleep with everybody?
I don't know.
What was the point of that? Just tell her I'm the lead and this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. Sorry. He fully lied to that young lady.
Yeah.
Who's also fucking crazy. I don't know if you saw her. Okay, you've seen her.
Nuts. That girl
crazy.
Almost
she has a huge platform. Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She has a huge, the young little Christian girlies.
The Christian girlies. That is such a easy demographic to go for. Y'all want to make money? Yeah. Target them. Them girls are easy. They'll buy anything Maddie says to be her, right? To be married to this man who looks like he is 18 max. He another one like Reese.
Yeah.
Reese and Will, and another one looking really very mismatched together.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
Yeah, they really, because that audience is young, they're impressionable. You tie anything back to Christ, they're like, okay. You know what I mean?
Yes, and as
Whatever
long
you
as
say.
you're married and young, like they want to be married and young.
Yes, that's the aspiration.
And she got over on the national fuckboy the way she did.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, the last thing I saw earlier today, actually, she popped up encouraging people to go vote.
Mm-hmm.
And then in her like story, she's like, and remember, guys, focus on the policies, not the person.
Yep. She was talking about how freedom of religion is going to be up
saw that too.
for grabs.
For who? From who? What are you talking about? What policy does Kamala have about fucking ending freedom of religion?
Ending freedom of religion or doing anything to Christian people.
What are you... See how they just lie like this?
They just lie. Freedom of religion is up for grabs.
It's jeopardy.
It's threatened. It's in jeopardy. Mm-hmm. What policy is that? You just said focus on the policy. What policy are you talking about, bitch?
What policy is that? I've never heard Kamala say anything like this. So what are you talking about?
No, because people can get abortions.
Girl, don't even try to reason with that.
I'm really trying to figure out, like, how did she get to the conclusion that she thinks she cannot worship Christ if Kamala Harris is president?
I don't know. They just make things up.
Yeah.
To be okay with voting for a racist rapist.
Yeah.
Like,
they are racist.
They themselves.
So they have to say, it's my freedoms that are under attack.
Anyways,
girl, do not click on Maddie's anything.
Nothing.
Don't do it.
That child is crazy. Anyways. So Chalk and Joan head off to dinner on the cruise ship. And she just says she feels so cared for. Everything's gone really well. Again, she's wondering if it's too good to be true.
Wouldn't fucking him do some help with that? Anyway.
Give some clarity.
You know what I'm saying? He drops his trowel. It's micro penis. There we go.
There we go.
True.
Yep. Like, guy, let's go. Oh man. Loved this dress she had on. This like bronze.
Oh my God.
I need a bronze little fit.
You absolutely do, especially with your loaf for bangles.
Yes. And it would kind of like flow with the hair, be like a very matchy kind of look.
You need it for Thanksgiving. For your
bronze little slinky dress.
If it's walking around your house.
With a Friendsgiving hosting dress, right?
Yeah.
The house.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look for it.
You can get one, a pretty little thing for $25.
God, no.
Shake it right out that bag. Boom.
As you shake it, it literally disintegrates. It's made of nothing. Oh my God.
Shiny as fuck. It's
so
reflective.
shiny. Oh God. I can't. I'm giving my invite to the cookout, to Carrie real quick.
Fabulous.
I feel like Joan's been looking amazing all season.
All season long. Carrie, I know I clowned you for that sleeping bag, but otherwise, she looks so beautiful.
She's been eating. I said I think she's the best dressed lead I've seen since Gabby Wendy.
Yeah, Gabby's was really good. I thought Jen looked really good too, but she was just small.
Jen was also great. Yeah, that's true. But I loved Gabby. Everything she wore.
She was so specifically wanna Fanta, don't you wanna Fanta?
Yes, Fanta girl with everything. It was amazing. Anyways, yeah, I think I didn't think of Jen. Jen looked amazing. I feel like they always put Jen in Carrie always put Jen in like a big fur bolero, a big fur something that was like eating up her little frame.
Yeah.
The concept was awesome. She looked beautiful and gorgeous, but I just feel like she was getting eaten up sometimes. Versus Joan, I feel like just always looks so proportional, looks great, like everything looks, fire.
Do you think, really quickly, think also that Jen's wardrobe is kind of breaking the mold in terms of what a 63-year-old should, quote unquote, look like?
Yeah.
Right? I haven't seen a Pashmina yet.
No. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. They give her a nice fur or sequin. She had on the short dress the other day. Like she had on a bikini this episode. They've been throwing her in some things where it's like, you still look good. You got your body. You want to show it off. You feel confident. Do you, girl. For sure. Now Now, Chalk has a little bit of fear. He can't read Joan's mind. He doesn't exactly know where she's at. They sit. He immediately just goes in how much he loves her. How, you know, the other guys are great competition, but like, I'm in it. I'm here for the long haul. Like, I have no doubts. I've never had doubts. Like, just laid it all right there. And then took her back to night one. He was like, from night one, I just feel like I was so drawn to you. I feel like we are the right couple from night one. And we just clicked. And says he's really grown to love her.
Yep.
So he then brings up his mom's memorial. The manipulative ass moment. Oh, God, Chalk. And brings up the memorial, how amazing it was to see her, you know, get emotional, and reminded her that he told her he was falling in love with her. And Chalk he knows what he's doing.
He really does.
He really
this
does.
Is his third go round, which he reminds us.
True. That's true. He's charming. He knows how to get the ladies. He knows how to say the things. You feel very safe and cozy with him. He's vulnerable. He's not afraid to say, I'm falling in love, or drop the L word a couple times. He brought her around her family. That was nothing for him. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's trying to get this girl.
Yeah. And I think he knows his role as husband. I think that's why she feels so safe with him. He assumes the role really well.
Yeah.
He wants that wife.
Yeah. For sure. So, they head to the overnights. Tells him the same thing. No hanky-panky. And, but Chalk is really sweet. Even the way he closed the door on the cameras, he was like, good night, guys. Have a good evening. Like, like, wish them well. You know, it was so cute. The next morning he's journaling, talking about how great night they had, and was almost kind of insinuating that maybe more happened. He was like, "Oh, my lips are sealed." I hope so too.
Ugh, Joan, come on.
We had a great night, but my lips are sealed. You know, if Joan wants to say anything, she can.
Perfect.
So y'all did fuck.
Yeah, I hope so.
Last but not least,
the scammer himself, Joan. God. Here he is.
Oh my God, the villain, the season's villain. Jeez, it's so freaking annoying. So going in, Joan's feeling very confident. She loves how at the last rose ceremony, Pascal said, you know, whispered in her ears that his walls are crumbling. He's like, you know, starting to get into this. Meanwhile, we see Pascal chatting with the host, who's messy, and is like, what's the tea? I need the tea. Because he knows something's up with Pascal. Like, he's not all the way there. Pascal goes on this whole long thing about
this whole sob story.
Whole sob story that we are listening to at the 11th hour in Tahiti. Why did I not know about any of this? What are we talking about? How he was in love a year ago. You know, they were almost engaged. They were together for 2 years, but it was like kind of toxic. They'd break up, get back together, break up, get together.
Why is it toxic at 69 years old?
Because that bitch was 25. I know it. That sounds like some early 20s nonsense.
It does sound very irreplaceable. Sounds very, your boxes are left at the door.
At the door.
Get out of my house.
Drama, street, or clothes just thrown on the street.
Clothes thrown on the street. Oh my God, I hope that girl's doing so well. You remember when that girl did that in Brooklyn? Live on TikTok?
Threw her man's clothes outside?
All her nigga clothes outside. And of course it's New York, so everybody was running to go get them.
Run, let me get me. Oh, that's cute. Let me get that. Oh my God.
Hope you're doing great, queen.
Yes. So yeah, he was in some toxic bullshit that ended 2 seconds ago. And he's like, you know, she's still there. And then it's like, you know, it's similar to Joan, how Joan is still there for her. And I'm like, so you're still in love with someone else.
You keep that bitch on ice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Just in case you in the area.
Right. So he's like, you know, having such a tough time now. And he's trying to move on, but it's been tough. And I'm like, you're in Tahiti. You got on that plane. You knew exactly what time it was.
Her family's here on this cruise ship. What are you doing?
What are you doing? So yeah, he's hurt. Deep down, he's hurt. And he's trying to like navigate and figure it out. Then he talks about, which I appreciate him being vulnerable, talking about his childhood or whatnot. I don't understand its place in this conversation. Or
Neither do I.
To explain with it. It sounded more like an excuse to talk about having a traumatic childhood, and now you can use that to excuse yourself from your bullshit. So yeah, he was just talking about being in survival mode and the trauma of his past, and nobody knows what I've been through. My childhood was so fucked up, and
he could say that if he had no kids and no serious relationships previous to this, but my guy, you got 2 kids, you got grandchildren. What do you mean?
Yeah, you've had no problem like maintaining relationships and finding love again and this and that. So he just didn't contextualize it at all. It was just like, feel sorry for me. I have some trauma. Great, I do too. What else? So for him, he said this week is super important because he's looking for the right person. He wants to know that Joan is the right person, which we just know she's not. The fact that he's even thinking about his ex at all.
And she was toxic like that? That's wild.
That's why he's still in love with that girl.
Somebody get the ex on the mic.
Please. I know you already found her. Drop the link from Reddit or something. Drop it down on Patreon, please. So we can get to figuring this shit out, because what the hell is this? Time for their dates. Of course, they're doing the like spiritual cultural date.
Yeah.
Which makes sense for Pascal because he's the guarded one, right? This is the date that he's supposed to open up the guarded one. He's going in like, I just can't wait to have fun. Like, we're going to have fun today. We'll do all the talking later, but I just can't wait to see what they have planned. Like, I'm ready. He's just here for fun and the experience. That's what he's giving, right?
Well, he's here for. He was here for resort activities.
Yeah. Yep. He thought he was going to get on jet skis. He was going to be on a boat. Like, he was not here for any of this. Joan going into the date, I thought this was interesting what she said. She's like, I believe, because his whole thing is he has walls. So she's like, I need these walls to come down today. She believes you can keep your walls up until you meet the right person. Then no matter what, they come down. If it's the right person, those walls come down. Never thought about that. What do you think?
Yeah, I haven't thought about that either. That is true.
I think so too, right?
Yeah.
When it's the right person, you feel safe and open, and so
safe. Yeah. I think to your lessons learned, like when you know, I think you do, and it might even be a reaction that you can't control. I've had reactions with my fiance that I cannot. I was like, oh my God, I'm like really crying with this nigga.
Like in the middle of the sob, like, God damn, it's embarrassing. I'm really sobbing.
Literally third wheeling myself, looking down at myself like, bitch, keep it together.
Get it together. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. When you're with you're a person, the right person, I think you do find yourself in a moment where you catch yourself like, oh, damn, I'm letting my entire ass out. But I'm doing that because I feel safe. Yeah. I feel comfortable. This person is my person. Like, I can't even control that my walls have just crumbled. I snapped out of it. My walls are on the ground. I didn't even see it happening. Yeah. I definitely believe her with that. So anyways, there's like this Polynesian, host.
Yeah, whole thing.
A whole thing, cultural performance. They present them with a buffet of different dishes. And Tahiti is a part of French Polynesia, so they speak French. So Pascal's like hype, he's speaking in French with the guys. I was mad Joan said breadfruit was odd.
I thought that was odd. I was like, you haven't heard of this? But you live in Maryland. That's not
I know she might
South Dakota. Like what?
I was like, don't be coming for my breadfruit. I love breadfruit. Get out of here. And then the next part of their date is this like special, I think they call it like a bonding ceremony.
Okay.
And Pascal looks so uncomfortable.
He was not ready for this in any capacity.
Was not ready. But that's not a good sign.
It's a terrible sign.
You need to be ready and prepped and blah. Yeah, like, what?
Yeah. But you'll also spill your whole story when it comes to an excuse of not falling in love.
Yeah, that I didn't appreciate his whole reaction, all of this.
Because he don't like her.
He don't like her. He's like, I don't. That's what it was giving, actually.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't like you enough to do this. Yeah. I'm deeply uncomfortable, and I don't like, you're not worth it.
You're not worth it. And I don't want to receive this from you either. I don't want that backpack.
Yeah.
Of your emotions.
Yeah. So. Yep. We want to keep it fun. That's it. So he releases his fear of, being able to bring someone into his life. She releases her fear of not honoring John's memory. From Joan's perspective, she's like, oh, it's amazing seeing Pascal open up and be vulnerable. And, I do feel really comfortable with him. From his perspective and his confessional.
Girl, full panic attack. He said, I was not ready. I don't know what type of time you thought I was on. Nope.
He was so annoyed, though.
Yeah,
almost
he
like
was
a diva.
annoyed.
I hated his attitude.
I hate that too. Because when I went to Mexico, and I'm sure this has happened to you, you sign up for a thing. I went to Mexico, went with a company, right? And so I signed up for turtle feeding and turtle petting, and I got ATVing and ziplining. You just got to go with it.
What? Fully gave you the wrong package, fully.
And you're 2 hours away from the resort. The van is parked.
Yeah.
And you gotta go ATVing and ziplining. You just gotta do what you gotta do. I would love to see the turtles still in Mexico, but that did not happen for me. You just gotta go with it,
I know. Yeah, it was the lack of adaptability and flexibility, which is the biggest, I think all of our biggest red flags with Pascal. The world revolves around him. He didn't get the heads up, so now he's his whole he's uncalibrated now, and he's not prepared, and he's not going to be his best. He's going to be a diva and have an attitude because he didn't know about this.
Wow, it's amazing his staff seems to like him.
I know. I feel like he's probably a nightmare on the low, though. Yeah. Talks to people all kind of way. So yeah, he's just kicking off in the confessional. He wasn't ready to talk about his feelings. He did his best, but he was like, I wanted to do something more fun today. I wanted to do something fun.
That I wanted to do something fun gave him my Becky of the Week. I was like, come on now. You don't know what this is going to be. This is not your show either.
That's it. This is not your show. And this is also a show about love. You got to stay ready to get vulnerable and talk about things. What do you mean I wasn't prepared? Where do you think you are? Every day you're talking with Joan about your feelings and love and emotion and your past. What? What heads up were you owed? What are you talking about? You know where you are?
No, he's here for an advertisement.
Yeah.
For Pascal's salon.
Yep.
And spa.
Yep. On vacation in Tahiti.
On vacation. God.
Time for the nighttime portion of their dates. Pascal says in his confessional that the ceremony freaked him out.
Yeah.
He's not looking forward to tonight. But he does have a lot on his mind and chest that he wants to talk to Joan about. So we already knew he was about to send himself home. Joan, I feel for her. She kind of felt like she had a great day.
Yeah.
They made strides. She saw something more from Pascal. They're going in the right direction. So I don't know if she was blindsided per se, but I don't think she expected that he was all the way over here in this other page.
Yeah, I don't think so. Especially after he really participated in the spiritual date. He could have been like, I'm afraid that my Turkish hairline is going to fall out. He
could have made a joke.
He could have made a joke of it.
So they sit, he gets straight into it. Again, brings up the ex from a year ago. He was in love. He got really hurt. Then pinned all of this on his daughters, that his daughter signed him up for this bullshit.
After she just told Joan, no, he'll pick you. He'll definitely pick you.
Oh my God. He said, I didn't think I would last this long. He came in for a little 4-episode arc. Talk about doing hair and kind of get the name out there. He did not expect to be in French Polynesia, Tahiti. About to do an overnight.
Oh my God.
But yeah, he just flat out asked her, why me? Why am I here? And again, you remind me of my ex-husband. He was very fun and adventurous, and that's the type of future that I'm looking for as well. And he just lets her know. He's like, look, I'm having a difficult time letting go.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get to the place where you want me to be.
Yep.
Just flat out let her know he's wasting her time. Now, Joan, she asks a clarifying question. She's like, if you're not ready, that's one thing. If you're never going to be ready, that's different. So what are we talking about here? I love that she made that. Is it me? You're not into me?
Right. Yeah.
Or you're not ready for this whole process? And he basically said to her, I know what love is, and I care about you as a friend, and I'm not in love with you, and I don't think I'm going to get there.
And this ain't it. Damn.
Ain't that great? So it's not even like, I'm not ready. It's, I don't want to be with you.
Yeah.
Which, that's terrible.
That is terrible. And I'm getting my hair done for free forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I come to Chicago, I better have a spot open. Yep. I'm not waiting for nobody else. You doing my hair. Don't put me in, Sheila can do your hair today. No. I'm here for Pascal. Whoever's in the chair, move away. Thank you. I'm here.
Yep.
Oh, my God. You dragged me through this for what? For what? So yeah, he then calls himself damaged goods.
Oh my God.
No, the woe is me.
The tiny violin. Here it goes.
Oh God. I just feel like he was on a whirlwind. His kids signed him up for this. He just kept going. The dates, the guys in the house were nice. The dates are going on are fun. And he just kept doing this whirlwind until he ended up in fucking Tahiti. And then he's like, oh my God, what? This is like getting real. I don't like this girl at all.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And she peeped it too. I remember she would be like, Pascal's ignoring me.
Yeah.
Does he like me? And she would be like, I'm French. And she'd be like, oh, okay. Keep him for another week. Girl.
For another week. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so crazy. Confidence, a good-looking man who's confident, that will take him so far. That's how so many of us get fucked up because just a man with confidence. He just kind of commands the room. You think, oh my God, yeah, I want to be around that energy. That's so attractive. Lo and behold, he's fucking around the whole time. Like he's not serious at all.
And really, he's insecure because he doesn't want you to not like him.
Yes, that's more his focus is on being liked. Yeah. Yep. Now, Joan, she took it like a champ, but she was obviously like hurt by it. They leave the dinner. That's when, Pascal's like shooing the cameras away.
Yeah, cut the cameras dead ass. That was really interesting. That was really dramatic. I feel like he knew he broke the fourth wall so greatly there. I feel like he wanted to create a TV moment for himself that was emotional so that he would get off with this national commercial that he's been hosting for the past 10 weeks on this program.
Yeah.
Not flying by us, Pascal. Sorry, Pookie.
No, we saw what she was doing. But yeah, Joan just kind of, now she's spiraling. She's in her confessional talking about, when I heard him say that, I'm not in love or whatever, what I heard was you're not lovable.
Yeah.
So now she's like internalizing all of it. And that was the episode.
That was it. That does suck though. She saw that life full of Porsches, private planes, and spa trips all day. That looked great.
God.
That's okay. Chuck has a ranch.
That's what I'm saying. Chuck has a ranch. Guy has a boat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we're good either way.
You got 2 other rich men. You'll be fine. So we get the preview for next week. Men Tell All. I don't know what the hell they going to talk about this Men Tell All.
How are they going to do this in an hour?
I don't know.
And I'm assuming it's going to be interrupted breaking news from something. I don't know what it is, but something. Someone's going to be on top of the White House naked. Declaring.
Oh, fuck. This is next Wednesday.
Shit.
God. Yeah, but they're not even going to make it through the episode. Oh, God. So yeah, they're like, everybody's back. And I'm like, okay. We see Jonathan looks like he's going to get another little bachelor bid moment. Golden bachelor bid. We see Pascal in the hot seat. Joan and Pascal are going to face each other. So that's next week. We'll see. Friend, what did we learn this episode?
What did we learn? Should you always lean towards your type? No. Joan was blinded by all of that, I guess, spontaneity, I guess she was attracted to with Pascal.
And his energy. I feel like his energy reminded her of John. John was probably like loudest one in the room, big guy, good, good energy, talks to everybody. I think that was really what was it.
Yeah.
Felt familiar and safe to her in a way.
And I think we've said on the show before, you should not go with that. Look at Becca.
Who?
Becca. Remember Becca the Bachelorette? Kufrin. Yeah. She went with her type. Garrett, the fucking fishing QAnon sociopath, crazy hunter, nutbag weirdo.
Yeah.
And now she's with Mr. Black History Month.
Yeah.
Doesn't his dad like graduate from Harvard? Was the first black man to graduate from Harvard?
Oh yes, something like that. Yes,
something. He got a record. He hold a record somewhere in blackness.
Yeah. That's true. Becca's whole thing, I remember the season we recapped was Garrett reminded her of home. She kept saying that. He reminds me of home. I was like, girl, where are you from? Because this place looks scary. What?
Yeah.
This guy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you got to question in processes in crazy processes like this, falling in love with TV, there's always going to be a whole pack of guys. There's going to be one or two that are going to feel very familiar and comfortable, you know? But I think you owe it to yourself when you go into a process like this to try out Charles L. You would never probably date Charles L on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just what's going on over there in the nice, really nice, kind guy world.
Quiet guy who sits back and all that. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you, friend. Okay, when you know, is it true? I do wholeheartedly believe in that statement.
Same.
I really do.
Yeah.
I feel like I was a victim of this.
Same.
You too?
I remember the moment I was like, fuck, my body's betraying me. But tell me, how did you know?
I mean, the same. I just knew in my heart, Nate was it. I think it was right after I got confirmation. I met a bunch of his friends and they just confirmed that he's a great guy. I just knew it was and it was early, but I just knew Joan knows with Chalk because I felt so safe, so comfortable. I cried real early in front of Nate talking about, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm boo-hoo-hoo crying. I just felt cozy with this person. And I knew, I don't know why, I just knew I was meant to meet him. And I knew he was going to be in my life for a very long time. And I think that ease and that confidence, particularly around when I met Nate, there was so much going on in my life, so much up in the air, everything was just in transition, but with him it was the most easy and the most confident thing in my life, and I never experienced that before. And I feel like in those early days, if you asked me, I might not have been able to describe it. I just knew. That's all I could really say. I'm I just know this is my person. I don't know what it is. And watching Joan, I see Joan trying to make fetch happen with Guy.
I know, because he's tall and cute and a great catch and nice.
He's a great catch, but she knows she already loves Chalk, and that's it.
And Chalk knows too, and the same with Nate. Nate knew as well, really early. Really early.
But yeah, tell me your experience. You said you knew this. You also knew.
Yeah, so I knew. Not that early, I guess. I don't know. We were friends for a long time.
Friends first.
So there was a safety there, actually, that was even pushed towards the boundary. I remember one day I got to his house and started crying on sight. As soon as I hugged him, I started crying. Something happened. I don't know what it was. I forget what it was. It might have been some family shit, some drama happened.
Oh, okay.
And as soon as I hugged him, I started crying. And I remember texting my friend Jelena, and I was like, fuck, this happened to me. She was like, that's your husband, girl. I was like, damn it.
Damn it.
Because I don't know. I have that little Pascal about me. I don't want to be too vulnerable especially because I talk all the time on this podcast. I don't want to be vulnerable all the goddamn time. It gets tiring. But with him in the immediate, that was my body betraying me. I immediately started crying. I was like, oh, jeez.
And you just knew.
I knew.
Yep. Yeah. So there's something to that saying. And I think they're trying to make a season out of this, but I feel like we've all known. Joan's known, we've all known for weeks that Chalk is it, and it just is what it is. And that's kind of just it. Anyway, sound off in the comments. Let us know what y'all think. Rate, review, subscribe. Join the Rose Garden on Patreon for more. And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys. Happy Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Happy Halloween. Yes.